Yeah, hi there. These comments are for BK, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. So you have a note-taking problem. So here's what you say. I'm having a bit of problems in jotting down the ideas from lecture. When I start taking the notes, I lose the flow of the lecture. And if I wait until the lecture is over, I don't remember all the ideas. Can you suggest me on this, which will help me for both? Wow, so you're we have a saying in American culture, BK, is you are between a rock and a hard place, which means if you try to take notes, then you can't keep up with the lecture. But if you wait until the lecture is over, you can't remember anything. So you got a lot of trouble right here. So yes, I do have some suggestions in the listening part of my online TOEFL course. I do have a specific lesson which will help you in 2 areas. Number 1, it will explain to you how to take notes while you practice your listening. It'll teach you some ways of abbreviating and so on. So I think you should review and check out that lesson. If you're not one of my students, go ahead and join my course and go to listening lesson number 1. Now, in addition to that, you need to build your vocabulary, because as you build your vocabulary, it's easier for you to recognize what's happening in the lecture, and you're able to explain the information without writing it all down word for word. So you need to improve your vocabulary also. In the vocabulary section of my course, I recommend that you really spend time with vocabulary lesson 3. And even as you go through the ebook for that particular lesson, it will give you a lot of listening practice, which is also going to help you improve your ability to note take on the information you're listening to. You should also complete vocabulary lesson number 4, vocabulary lesson number 5, and vocabulary lesson number 6. So I think that will help you too. So a combination of completing vocabulary and listening practice lessons will help you to improve, I think, the problems you're having right now. Now finally, you should keep practicing. The more you practice listening and taking notes to those passages, the better you will get. In the beginning, in your case, you will not be able to remember everything. You won't be able to take notes. It'll distract you too much. But as you practice your listening, you will be able to take notes and listen at the same time. So you should continue, BK, to engage in about a 45-minute, I think, daily practice each day listening to lectures. If you have English TV, you can focus on news, history, science, and also documentary programs. As you listen to those lectures, try to get down in note form the main and the most important supporting points. Of course, in the beginning, it's not easy, but trust me, as you practice, you'll get better. And remember, as you do your vocabulary study and as you learn the strategies in the listening section of my course, you will be able to do better in this area. Now, if you don't have English TV, I do have 3 good websites that can help you improve your listening comprehension. Number 1, nationalpublicradio.org or National Public Radio. I think it's npr.org. So that's a great website, and it has a lot of different types of information, hopefully something you'll have an interest in. The second website is TED Talks. Again, has all kinds of different topics. You can watch those videos. And remember, as you're doing your listening practice, don't use the closed caption. You got to get away from that. You have to work on listening. The good thing about websites, you can re-listen to the lecture over and over and over, and you continue to check for your comprehension, your accuracy, your completeness of content, and so on. The third website, BK, which I think will be helpful for you, is Randall's Cyber Listening Lab. You can type in those 3 websites in Google and you can find them. So you want to be practicing about 45 minutes every day, and in time you will be able to keep up with the flow of the lecture as you take notes. Because here's the thing, is you're hearing information at about 150 words a minute, but you can only write down about 20 of those words a minute. So as you practice your listening, you'll get better at capturing not what's happening on a word-to-word basis, but you will begin to capture, I think, groups of information. You'll capture main points and the most important supporting points, and then you can get that down in note form instead of trying to keep up with everything word for word. All right, BK, so those are my suggestions. And work hard. You can make progress in this area. Your question is very relevant. I'll tell you why. I have interviewed dozens of students, all of whom who have scored over 100 on the TOEFL IBT exam, and every single one of them told me they took notes during the reading, especially the reading. They took notes during the lectures. They took notes during the speaking and the writing sections of the test. So if you can improve this one area, if you can improve your note-taking, it will be the key to unlock a very high score on your part. All right? So BK, thank you for your comments, and all the best to your high-scoring TOEFL success.